Hey y'all, good afternoon. I'm gonna turn this over to my niece. She's gonna be doing a live this evening. Thank you for the few people that's here and anybody who's not gonna catch the replay. I'm gonna move out the way and let her do her thing. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my groceries. Okay. If I can get this stopped. There we go. There we go. I'm gone.
Hello, everyone. So, today I just want to talk about a few things, and I want to get kind of into a somewhat deep discussion, but not too deep, if you know what I mean. Well, for one, I want to talk about the fatal stabbing that happened with the 27-year-old Christian Toby at his luxury high-rise apartment building in Miami by his Instagram influencer of a girlfriend named Courtney Taylor. And overall, it's honestly, the whole situation is just really sad. And not only that, very controversial. There's been a lot of talks about it. And I'm going to get all into that for a second, but I just want to lay down the facts for you guys, starting with the fact that he was a black man dating a white woman. And not only was he a black man dating a white woman, but you know how some black guys are. Pretty much degrading and belittling black women or any other person of color just to uplift his white princess. And so this topic has a lot of controversy from it, considering the fact that his whole Twitter feed, his whole Twitter threads are nothing but him bashing black women and saying just awful things about how black women are too aggressive and all these types of things. So he chose to go out with someone who wasn't like that. But it's so crazy because also on his Twitter thread, he talked about how black women are um all type of whores and just shake their butt for money. Meanwhile, his girlfriend, his white girlfriend, did exactly that. She had a whole OnlyFans and some more stuff. So that's really just crazy. Not only that, he talked about how she was his he talked about how before he passed away, how she was his peace, his world, his whole universe. And so to see him say all these heartfelt words and then it take a turn for the worse out of nowhere. And then to top it off, this girl didn't even last a whole 24 hours in jail. When the police officers were called in Miami, they definitely had arrested her. But the reason why she was able to be let go is because the reason why she was able to be released is because she said that she had mental illness and that she was suicidal. And so she had asked the police officers to take her to a hospital, because if not, she was going to unalive herself next. And obviously they did it, and that's how she's pretty much roaming around free in the streets of Miami right now, which is just straight petrifying, especially since she just randomly decided to kill this man. A lot of a lot of a lot of her friends and people that's been around them and know them personally um has also talked about how talked about how she is always how she pretty much has always been somewhat abusive towards him the whole entire relationship, like hitting on him and stuff like that. Yet he was the one who was always trying to play it off as if it wasn't that serious. And now look where it's gotten him. Good morning, random crafting gamer. Hello. Um, yes, and so back to what I was saying. Yeah, it just took a turn for the worse and definitely didn't work in his favor at all, which is just um terrible as is. Now, the reason why this is so controversial and has been blowing up all over Twitter and all over TikTok is because Black women have officially decided to step back from it. All you see, the majority of posts surrounding this is a whole bunch of Black women saying, well, that's what he gets. That's his preference. Well, I would sympathize for him, but he wouldn't want me to because I'm Black. And honestly, my personal thoughts and opinions on it is I don't blame them at all. I mean, his pretty much his whole Twitter thread that goes back from 2018 up until the moment he was killed by this woman is him just saying all these ignorant and degrading things towards Black women. And the sad part is that there's a lot of people who are more mad that Black women aren't mad about it than of the situation at hand. What's also mind boggling about the situation is that she literally didn't last a whole 24 hours in jail at all. Like, at all. All she had to do, all her white privilege allowed her to do, was simply say, oh, well, I'm going to unalive myself next. And they immediately rushed her to a hospital instead of bringing her to prison or bringing her to jail at least and having like a psychiatric person come in and speak to her or something like that. Instead, they just let it let it happen and let her go. And I honestly feel scared and somewhat frightened for all the people in Miami, because she could literally be anywhere. And the thing is, it was so random. What exactly is it? She made her own money. She had her own OnlyFans account. So what could it have been that just made her think to herself, yeah, let me stab this man to death? No reason whatsoever. And the fact of it is if it was a Black person who did it, chances is that the moment they found out about it, we would have been locked up within seconds looking at life. So just another sad part on behalf of this whole situation for the Black community, and just another slap in the face from police officers yet again, not actually taking into account of how this affects not only his loved ones and family but us as a whole, and just comes to show how they really, really, once again, do not care about us. The fact that she was able to literally walk the streets freely less than 24 hours of the incident is just shocking to me. But moving on to the next topic. Hi, Fifi TV. Hello, how are you? But moving on to the next topic, I want to talk about the baby as well. The baby, that's not my baby, that's the baby. Or however they say that. The baby, the rapper. There's also been a video circulating where um before I talk about the video itself, let me just start by saying uh the baby has always, in my opinion, has always been really problematic, from the situations regarding his baby mom to the way he talks about women in general. He's just always been problematic. So it really came no surprise to me of this video circulating around that he's literally, his grown 5'4" self is sitting here in the arms of a woman while fans are pretty much around them and like, yes, the baby, screaming his name and things like that. He decided to, from then on, while all of these, I don't even know, but it was a lot of women who was just grabbing him, hugging him, and out of all of those women, he decides to grab this random girl in the crowd by her face and try to kiss her. And you could see in the video clearly she's moving her face back and is like, no, like moving it away from him as in a way of saying, don't kiss me. And he's still looking at her and still grabbing her face, trying to force the kiss, which that is just all the way inappropriate. And regardless of if you're a celebrity or not, that still doesn't give you the right to do that, especially if someone you can clearly see doesn't like it at all. That's just straight wrong. Hi, January Capricorn. How are you? um it just doesn't give you the right to do that, and it's just so disgusting, and I honestly can't even imagine how she felt. Like everybody else around her is still grabbing on him, still saying, oh, the baby this, the baby that. But imagine how uncomfortable it is and how shocking it is. I know for me personally, if I was just so happened to be standing there and recording my favorite celebrity or artist, and then they randomly just grab me by my face, uh my fight or flight would have possibly kicked in, and I would have been like, hold on, what are you doing, sir? So I can't even imagine um how she's feeling. There's definitely a line that uh I feel like celebrities or artists, they definitely should not cross paths at. And just imagine if he was just a random man on the street, though, had he not been a celebrity and was just a random man on the street, everybody's views about it would be differently right now. Everybody else would be sitting up here saying, oh my gosh, he's crazy, he needs to be locked up in jail, that's assault, that's sexual harassment, all these type of things. But because it's the baby, the rapper, he gets a pass for it. And that's mostly what I've been seeing, is a lot of people saying, oh, well, he's just doing what celebrities do. He's just showing extra fan love. If a fan doesn't want your love, as you can see, she really didn't want that type of love, then respect that. And I also feel like that's how a lot of cases and allegations towards singers and rappers also happen, because they do things like this. And so it's hard to believe when a sexual allegation comes out and somebody's saying, oh, they did this to me, and they say, oh, no, I haven't. Yet people can really post receipts of, okay, but you did grab this lady, you did do this at this particular concert in this particular year. So it really just looks bad on their part. And honestly, I can't even explain how uncomfortable she might feel. I felt uncomfortable myself just watching it. Like I was I was pretty much talking to myself like, get your hands off of her. I was saying it to my phone like, if he don't get his hands off this lady's face, she does not and he still just kept doing it for like a good 30 seconds, just still kept trying to force her face to meet his lips. And then he reposted it himself on his Instagram and said, come on now, his exact words were like, come on y'all, baby wasn't trying to get no kiss. And that's another thing, how you know, hi Voodoo. And that's another thing, how you kind of could know the type of cockiness that he holds within himself as well. The fact that he refers to himself as third person is just another red flag. And him saying, oh, baby wasn't trying to get no kiss. Well, baby, what else was you trying to do? What else could you have possibly done? I mean, if you were grabbing her face, what were you trying to do if not kiss her? So that's really just weird. Random crafting Gabriel. I like the baby, but when I went back and Googled it, I see it. I'm like, ew, stop. Exactly. Exactly. It's just really inappropriate and it's really just gross. Voodoo narcissistic tendencies. I hear that. Narcissistic and self entitled. That's my whole thing that I got from it. Like, you're so entitled that this woman has to do that, to the point that now you're going on social media and pretty much lying about it and saying, oh no, I wasn't trying to kiss her and things like that. You're saying that now, but clearly the video doesn't add up. Ugh, it's just not, it was just not okay. Yes, it was definitely random. It was definitely crazy. Um, just all the way around gross. Now, another topic, I wasn't necessarily going to talk about it, but I feel as though I should. It's the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett situation yet again for me. And also August Alsina, if you guys don't know, I love August Alsina with my whole heart. I've been like a diehard fan from the beginning. And I just knew from the incident that happened at the Grammys that his name was going to get dragged into it. And crazy as is, it did come to pass. His name has been dragged into it. He's made a whole song about it. And I'm loving how he's just fighting fire with fire, but in a great way. A lot of people been saying nasty things about him on Twitter, saying that he's a clout chaser, and how the whole reason why they liked his music to begin with is because he was talking about his life. And you know, he was real respectful um compared to his other past things, past altercations with people and things like that. But I wanted to bring back up the situation because it's recirculating again all over Twitter, the note that Willow had wrote to Tupac back in 2012. And I wanted to bring it up because there's been a lot of not controversy, conspiracy theories that's regarding the situation. And honestly, I think it's really, really interesting. Anyone related to them or affiliated is clout chasing to find a way to make money. Yeah, that is true. Kind of like when the situation did blow up with him and Jada, he did profit off of this song Entanglement. So he definitely knew what he was doing. But I wanted to talk about the conspiracy theories that people been having over Twitter. I've seen it myself like late last night or the night before that, and I thought it was really interesting. Someone had said, what if Tupac had faked his death to get away from Jada Pinkett Smith? And I don't know why, but that struck a nerve. And I read all the Twitter threads. I read what people were saying and the whole chat of it all. And I'm not gonna say that. I think, come on now. The man did most definitely pass away. Most definitely RIP to him. You got it right, random crafting gamer. Um, however, it's just interesting because when you look at the whole dynamic of their relationship, Jada is not afraid to admit it. She said it several times and probably will still say it. Tupac was truly her first love. She really did love that man. And when he was still alive, you could see he had love for her too. Now, nobody knows if it was on an intimate level, like how Jada thinks the love is, or if it was oh, Tupac's standpoint is I love her as if she's a best friend or a sister. But the way Jada perceives his love is um in a more intimate boyfriend type, girlfriend type thing way. And so it's really interesting, these conspiracy theories. I think honestly, the one saying Tupac was trying faked his death to try to get away from her, I think that one is kind of very much far fetched. And not only that, in a way, somewhat disrespectful because she's not super obsessive like that. She's not really obsessive. She's not really possessive in ways like that. So I definitely don't think he would fake his death to get away from her. However, I think she still has some type of connection or soul tied to this man. And so when people are still talking about the incident at the Grammys, people are saying that Will might have felt compelled to defend Jada at the moment only as a way to up one Tupac because he feels as if he's in competition with him and all these real things. And I just think overall it's just really interesting, the whole take about it. I definitely have to dive into it more when I get a chance to. But yeah, I think it really goes back deeper than what we see on the outside looking in. Also with the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett situation, Will, everybody's talking about how Jada was in the wrong and things that and the other, yet Jada never once told Will. You could never see her on TV saying, Will, go up in there and handle that for me. Instead, you see her just with this look of I'm unamused when Chris Rock had made that joke. So Will definitely took it upon himself to do that. Now, the reason for it can be many things. I think, in my opinion, he was just a man doing what a man is supposed to do. If someone is disrespecting his wife, he just went up there and handled that as he should. But now that I'm reading more into like these conspiracy theories and how he might unsubconsciously have this type of mental competition going on where he feels as if he has to up one Tupac and or August Alsina is just mind-boggling. But let me read right here. Random crafting gamer, and Pac was a G, so he had better ways to let her know to fall back than faking it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. People are making it seem as if these conspiracy theories are just making it. I don't like the narrative. Let me say that. I don't like the narrative that people are trying to paint her out to be. Honestly, none of us know Jada Pinkett Smith personally, nor did we know Tupac or Biggie Smalls, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't trust and believe from his albums, the songs he wrote, everything about his presence alone. I'm pretty sure he would not go to that type of extent to say, oh yeah, let me fake my death to get away from her. And like I said, I don't think Jada Pinkett comes off as the possessive or obsessive type, but I do feel as if she's not being completely honest what about her relationship with Tupac, hence being the reason why Willow, back when she was a kid, her in her little young mind, for her to even make a letter writing to Tupac saying, please come back, my mom misses you, must comes to show that this is something that this is something deeper than that. um this is definitely something deeper than that. And I wish Jada Pinkett Smith, she would just go on her Red Table Talk and just tell us at this point what it really is and what it's really not. I mean, Tupac was her first love, and then I'm guessing Will came second after that. But then at the same time, she backslid on Will and decided to be with August Alsina. So I'm trying to figure out, what is it? Could it be something and that a type of personality or a type of mentality that is drawing her to make her attractive to these type of guys? Because I know when August Alsina had stepped up on the scene, he was very hood, very a savage, straight out of New Orleans, and was rah rah. He was really about it. His book of poetry tells you he was deeper. It was exactly random crafting. I definitely believe that. But I was saying that maybe it's something within Jada that is attracting her to these type of guys. Maybe I don't know. Tupac's mentality is somewhat coinciding or similar to August Alsina, because according to August, they've had something going on for a minute. For a hot minute. So who really knows? But these conspiracy theories that people are talking and making on Twitter is just very fascinating. I definitely would like to see in the future like a red table talk with Will Smith and her, just being open and laying things on the table for what it really is. um it Was there something that us as the public didn't see when Tupac was alive? Were you guys intimate? Really? And not only that, Will, does he feel as though he has some type of obligation to try to up one someone? Who knows? Let me know down in the comments how you guys feel and what's your take on the whole situation, because there's definitely a lot of sides to it. A lot of people have pointed out different things that I've never even paid attention to myself, and has me deep digging deeper into what it may or may not be, but it's definitely something there. And so that was all of my topics for today. Now, and I'll pass it over to Blessed.
Hey y'all. Excuse me. I was in there stuffing my face and watching her from my other gadget. I think she does a great job. She wanted to come on and discuss that. If she want to come on again later on, she can, because she keep up with this more than me, as you guys can see, with the baby. And who else was that you was talking about?
Christian Toby.
Christian. See, I don't know nothing about Christian Toby. So is he young? I don't know.
He's the guy that just got killed.
Okay, y'all. See, I wasn't really paying attention. I let her do her own thing. Okay, yeah, that's the guy. But I don't think I know who the baby is.
Yes.
There's a generational gap going on right now, y'all. I don't know who the baby is, but she'll keep me up with it. Believe that. But we're gonna mostly start coming on to Bless too when she want to talk. And I continue to keep doing what I'm doing over here, because I might have to throw a little Robert in there sometime. She's definitely not interested in that kind of stuff. So I appreciate y'all staying here who came to watch her. You know, I was in the kitchen stuffing my face. She just saw me walk back in here. I'm not rushing off, but I guess she's done. Yeah, thank you, Randall Crafty. She does do a great job. So if she come back later on Blessed 2, then you guys already know that it's her. So I might even change the name over there so you can know that it would be her. But she will be coming on here sometime. I appreciate y'all staying over here watching her Gonna get off here and go back and finish stuff in my face with my homemade. What's that I made? What is that? Just the little things I got in there.
Soup.
Yeah, what's in there? What's those things? What is those things? Wontons, wontons. Yeah, homemade wontons, y'all. Y'all know I'm always trying something new because I want to try something that the African lady's cooking. And I just watched her a little bit also while I was over there. Her mom just passed, so I'm gonna go write some more stuff in her comment section and send some more condolences to her. And then maybe I'll surf and see what's going on as far as the beach sector, rah part, because I did catch a little bit of Pizarro earlier when I first got off, but then I had to start cooking and doing other stuff. And from what I gather, she was going in on Tracy and Just Kimmy. Now y'all know I don't got a dog in that fight, and I get along with Tracy, but I was kind of glad to hear her dragging Just Kimmy. So let me be real about that, okay? So catch y'all later. She may be back. If she do, it'll probably be Blessed too or Broke Ground to both of them. See y'all later. With that said, toodaloo.